Networking with a fake bag of food. Networking with a fake bag of DoorDash. Networking in a game called My Fake Bag of Whole Foods Whole Foods Bag is a dating app. Networking where we're doing what? We're using a piece of trash DJ'd into something amazing, which is, hey Larry, where did you get DoorDash food from? Oh, this bag of DoorDash? This bag of DoorDash? This is actually about last night's bag of DoorDash. When you open a bag of DoorDash, do you tear into it where it's going to be hard for you to turn that bag of DoorDash into your bag of trash after you eat your bag of DoorDash? This comedy set is exactly what it is advertised as, which is, can you take a fake bag of Whole Foods food that's really a bag of trash and turn it into a dating app? You might be confused right now. You shouldn't be. Because just take it at surface level for what it is, which is you never thought to use a bag of trash as an ability to network with members of the opposite sex. Currently, you got suckered. What's the lie that you swallowed? The lie that you swallowed is, hey, download this dating app, all of your loneliness problems are going to leave. Are you feeling less lonely now that you've downloaded a dating app? Or are you so over the lies that you're now saying, I'm never going to date ever again? Perfectly on script, this is the black pill mindset. This is black pill merchant. You see, a dating app was meant to be a connection. Specifically, your vagina accepting penis. Would you like your would you like some penis with your vagina? The black pill merchant is a person who's selling you on food, but is actually selling you on, will you poison yourself? Will you take this black pill? Because when you're perfectly on point, being ignored activates the same brain regions as physical pain. That's true, but it's also untrue. Look at how well I'm doing, and I'm being ignored by so many people. So we can combine with Clarity Whistler to this is the fake bag of Whole Foods groceries that's meant to be used as a trash bag or as a dating app. By being able to bridge over, just take this at surface level, which is you never really thought to use a fake bag of DoorDash DoorDash trash as what? You never thought of using it as a dating app. You also never thought about using it as a sales exercise. This is what I'm talking about. What if you could sell a bag of fake food for real money? Let me repeat that sales proposition because I'm done trying to get you to sell expensive things to rich people. I'm holding up a Braun power cord. These are worth 200 bucks. Why? Because boomers still can't search. Boomers can't use AI. Boomers are rich. Can you solve a rich person's problems? So, I'm not going to try to get you to sell a Braun power cord 7030458 that you then go buy a Braun 7030458. I'm done trying that. Because this is what we're doing. It's DJing a piece of trash. Because when you're wearing this, you're saying, come hither, come hither. I want to make out with somebody, come hither. It's a piece of trash that says, Happy New Year. It's meant to be worn on a woman. So if she's wearing that, hello, that's advertisement. How are you advertising? If you're advertising, that's not a good thing because you're spending money on advertising. This is how you can advertise and gain distribution. This is my video on, can you take a bag of fake Whole Foods groceries and use it as a dating app? Can you take last night's DoorDash? Last night's DoorDash, trash. Can you sell that? It's okay. It's okay. The trash is just everywhere. Can you sell that bag of trash for $750? Larry, $750? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I need to get better with my 360 spins. The prior spin would be automatically dizzy. It's head moves, head moves, head moves. Hip and shoulder timing meet head timing. By selling a bag of last night's dinner trash for $750, it takes patience. Here's how to do it. These are going to be funny, but it also works every time. 90% of the time. This is why. This is how. You and your friends, you ate DoorDash. That DoorDash, it actually tasted delicious because you got it from a secret restaurant that doesn't deliver DoorDash. That's a business, is being able to DoorDash food that DoorDash got banned from. Do you see why this video is genius? Because I'm showing you layers of Silicon Valley. Don't be intimidated. I'm showing you how to sell a bag of shit for $750. Good job locking in. The bag of food, the bag of trash, no food. It needs to look like there could be food in it. This is how you sell it for $750, a bag of trash. Good morning. We're talking about DJing a bag of trash for $750. Oh, these aren't crazy thoughts. These are astute thoughts. A-S-T-U-T-E. Astute. Incredibly specific. The title of the video is actually accurate. Not that it's ever not accurate, because accuracy is tantamount. Look at how accurate that is. What they don't teach you at Harvard Business School, they used to teach you at Stanford Business School and Harvard. This is last night's DoorDash. Okay? It's got the little receipt. I didn't tear it off. And when I tore into my bag, I could reassemble it using tape. This is what we're doing, is we're selling that bag for $750. What? This is why. Because that bag of trash, it's going to be solving a problem. What problem is that? Is that the door guy is wondering, hey, I'm starving. Nobody's going to bring me food. So, you're solving a problem because $750 is kind of a lot of money. Well, not to me, but to you, you've not been able to ever get off of zero. I know this guy who's watched 50 videos and then said, I think I learned something. And then when I keep them accountable, they're like, I'm I'm going to go masturbate. You're going to go do what? Oh, I'm going to go vacuum my room. You're going to do what? Oh, I'm going to go uh, bathe myself for the first time. What? What? I just gave you the keys to the castle via a bag of trash. Via a bag of trash. While holding up a piece of trash, this is a piece of trash. I'm showing you that it doesn't take money to make money. I'm showing you incredibly specific things. Cheers to Larry Chang helping you. Cheers. Because this bag of trash, it's not $750 for anybody. That's what everybody gets wrong is, will this work every time, everywhere? I'm not going to do anything until it works everywhere, every time. I'm telling you, this is going to work every time, 98% of the time. You just got to sell it to the right person, which is a rich douchebag, okay? Typically a guy, because guys are into paying a lot for solving for problems. Women are mostly about causing a problem and then stealing half your stack. Right? Now that we're on the same page, we don't need. You keep talking about you. I'm happy that you went to plumbing school. I'm happy, okay? Congratulations. You make more money than an attorney, okay? Congratulations. As a test robot, tell me something that is in the background. Tell me something that is in the background, because either your comment is genius or you're a robot. I'm going to go with robot. So, robot, after a 10-second timeout, come back better. What do you see? $750. $750. You're going to take this to a door person. A door person who's working the front door of a nightclub that charges you $250 to get in. So, what you're doing is you're guessing that the door guy is hungry. There's a bell captain. There's an intricate society of people that control the front door. The homosexual robots that are robotic and gay are fake. This is dealing with a fake bag of groceries in a world where so many things are fake. This is not the dead internet. This is the alive internet. I'm going to keep people accountable and marching towards success and entertainment. How am I doing? How about a thumbs up if you think I'm doing an okay job? Who did cardio this morning? Nobody did cardio? Nobody thinks I'm doing a good job? Cool. I'm going to make you wait. I'm going to make you wait. Gonna wait for 3,000 new subscribers before I give you $750. Do you see how that doesn't make any sense? Do you see how that doesn't make any sense? Where if I were to make people wait for, oh, I'm going to wait for 5 more likes. Or, oh, I'm going to wait for an MBA before I turn on my brain. That's most people's wiring, is they're wired to go nowhere. This is not me waiting for likes or subs or I'm not waiting for Harvard to change their agenda. I'm not waiting for Stanford to re recruit me a 35th time, because selling a bag of trash for $750, this is the most genius applicable thing. And then you're going to say something dumb, which is, oh, well, why can't I sell a $750 bag of trash to poor people? And I'm like, what? Do you not know what a target market is? Your target market is somebody who values a $750 bag of trash. This is why we do the Braun Power Cord, because you don't understand the market of rich people and you're trying to sell something to yourself. That doesn't make any sense. Like, I get that you flick your bean with yourself, but do you see how you're actually imagining Larry Chang? So you're actually using your imagination. So, oh my God, here we go. Why don't you use your imagination and pretend like you can solve a person who's willing to buy a meal for $750? It's not it's not comedy for comedy's sake. This is what we're doing. $750 bag of trash. $750 bag of trash. There's a door guy. He controls the door. Everybody's trying to tell the door guy, "Don't you know who I am?" The door guy, he's got a cover charge. He's trying to make $250 per person. The line is around the corner. You can wait for 90 minutes on Saturday, or good job, good job, good job, good job saying software 8 PE. Good job. That was an Easter egg. Enjoy being rich. Because not only did software eat private equity, not only did you now understand that the black pill merchants is pretty much every other YouTube influencer, because they're trying to get you to drink lemonade. If you drink their lemonade, you're going to die bankrupt. This is this is the richest man in Babylon, Silicon Valley. This is ancient technology tools that are the most modern. Let me repeat that, because a bag of trash, it's an ancient technology tool for you. Because you've never taken a bag of trash and tried to make almost $1,000 fucking. Think about that. You've never, you've like, it's, you've never, you've never tried. And then all you're doing is you're trying to go back in time by deleting messages. Oh, everything needs to be perfect. Oh, I need to delete messages. Oh, perfect I need a perfect facade for my fake username. Think about what you're saying there. Think about what you're doing. You're trying to manufacture a facade for your fake username, because your username, that's not you. That's just a shit version of you. I'm not saying dox yourself, but you're so worried about putting your finger next to the reset button. It's too much porn, it's too much dating apps, it's too much video games, it's too much social media. This is not social media, this is Web 12. If you just wrote up what I'm talking about, it would be worth $10 or maybe $7.50. It would be worth 1% because people are going to vicariously want the $750, it works every time, 100% of the time. But when you do it, it's going to work every time, 60% of the time. But that 40%, it's keeping you paralyzed. You walk it over the bag of trash. This has been this has been a useful bag of trash. This has been a useful bag of trash because look at how this bag of trash actually looks somewhat edible. You know how like some people when they open their bag of food, kind of like Christmas, it's it's unrecognizable. They can't put it back together. You see, Humpty Dumpty, when he fell off a wall or got pushed, the person who broke him wasn't mindful of, I'm going to have to put this Easter egg, Humpty Dumpty, in this bag of trash back together again. Why do I open food like I'm going to put it back together again? Because I love DJing shit. I love to DJ it. DJ like a disc jockey. Which is this. You're taking the bag of trash and you're asking who can benefit from the idea of warm food? Because if I were to say to you, hey, if you let me in, I'll get you food, the guy's going to be like, I'm going to let you in, and then you're going to forget about bringing me food. That's why I've been here working the door at Miami 11 nightclub. So when you make a promise with no token, what's a token? It's an API call. API, Application Protocol Interface. Once you understand that software ate private equity, understand also that software is a token. And my token has an API call of $750. Do you like how I DJ in the things that you guys say into this to make it higher impact? Do you see how I'm focused on the thing that you said 4 times ago because you're forking off to something else? It's okay. Everyone forks. Maybe we shouldn't fork. Instead of bossing around a moderator, why don't you moderate your own brain? PE, resend, private equity, write that down, Loch Ness Monster. This is by default what paralyzed people do, is they want power over something without the wrench, and therefore they're going to try to have power. You're getting the power and the money mixed up because you can't ask for money because you're powerless to do so. Your business model is beg, borrow, steal. That's and dollars per hour. And I'm going to guess that you're unemployed and also stuck at zero. Larry, I no longer want to be stuck at zero. Cool. This is what we're doing with the bag of trash. Remember, this video is called How to Take a Whole Foods Bag of Fake Food and Turn It into a Dating App. In the subtle twist and variation of that protocol, we're going to do how to DJ a bag of DoorDash trash into $750. by targeting a place that's charging $250 cover. If you let me in with my two friends, this bag of food, it can be yours. Let me repeat my sales pitch. Let me repeat my sales pitch. Is you don't say willy-nilly, oh, if you let us in for a cover charge of $250, 3 people, I swear I'll get you food. That's like me saying, oh, I'm going to let you know when the orgasm's coming. Oh, I'm going to let you know. It sounds like a lie, right? It sounds like a lie. What you're doing by bringing a bag of trash is it's a token, TOKEN. What you're doing with the bag of trash is it's an API to be paid later. What you're doing with the bag of trash is you're showing them that you could organize my old food and I can just order the same food. Because when you take things that are $0, or in this case, trash, if you're DJing trash into $750, now you understand what my channel's all about, which is you don't have to pay a subscription fee. You don't have to pay a Patreon that I don't even have. What you're understanding is the quote, one man's trash is another man's treasure. That's actually for boomers. DJing turd, polishing it up, and getting super rich, that's Gen Z and millennial. Sorry to be fucking over whatever generations I missed. Because I'm not about labeling the generations and the micro generations. I'm about DJing trash such as an external API. That's the entire value of this video. That's the entire value of this video, which is, can you go from underemployed, unemployed, or a DoorDash delivery driver to time preference, delayed gratification. Do this exercise one time. Initially, you're going to try to do something. It's going to be a mistake, which is you're going to try to sell it not for $750. You're going to try to sell a bag of trash for $100. That's the loser danger zone. You're trying to sell to losers. Have you heard stock market movies saying, don't pitch the bitch? Why don't you want to sell stock to women? Because two bad things happen. If the stock goes down, they're going to be calling you 3 times per day. Hey, what should I do? The stock is down. Hey, I need to have perfect messages. Can I delete that trade? Here's the other bad thing that can happen. The stock could go up. And if the stock goes up, they're going to be calling you 10 times per day. The reason that don't pitch the bitch is funny is if you've ever been in sales, you know you never want to sell to losers and you never want to sell to women who are losers. And you don't want to sell to poor people. Larry, but what are you doing here? Oh, I'm not selling to poor people. I'm giving free advice to people who are going to be millionaires in the future at a rate of 5%, 2%, or 15%. Let me repeat that math because I am breaking my own rule by selling and hard selling. But remember, this is a rule that you don't know because you said, oh, but Larry, you're selling us. I'm hard selling you on a $0 tuition. Why? Because I'm the #1 best institution of Silicon Valley. Of the 3. Larry, what are the 3 institutions of Silicon Valley? I'm so lost. It's Y Combinator, Stanford University, Larry Chang. Larry, you have so much confidence. Why are you the 3rd institution? I'm the 3rd institution because I'm showing you how money and technology works at the base layer, at the $0 level. At the $0 level, everything appears unclear because your eyeballs are not meant to see underwater unless you're an underwater sea creature who is going to have a difficult time on land. Underwater matters because all of entrepreneurship education is assuming that you're already at $30 million trying to become $1 billion. Let me repeat that. Every article, every video, every snippet about startups or entrepreneurship, it's written as if you're already at $30 million. That's not a startup. That's a centicorn. It's not a unicorn, that's a billion. It's 30% of a centicorn. A centicorn is $100 million. The reason that all literature, press coverage, entrepreneurship case studies helps you go from $30 million to $1 billion is because the dollars in and around $0 are so painful that no one knows how other people got off of zero. Oh, but Larry Chang, good to meet you, but I think you're wrong. I heard this book. It's called 0 to 1. Doesn't that get you off of 0 and get you to 1? I mentored that guy. I read that book, and I even read the notes of his ghostwriter who he put on the cover, Blake Masters, Peter Thiel. In the book, he never explains how to go from 0 to 1 billion. He never even mentions how he went from 0 to 1 million, which is Stanford Law Review. Wait a minute, Larry. Are you saying Stanford Law Review didn't exist? I'm saying it was Harvard Law Review. That's what Stanford used. So he's at Stanford Law School, and he's like, well, why doesn't my school have a law review? I'll just call the Harvard Law Review of Stanford Law Review. Boom! $1 million. I don't want you to say Larry Chang is so awesome. What I want you to think is, I think this guy's retarded. And I'm kind of wondering what his hair looks like underneath his hat. Because in me being able to guess what you think, that's me understanding that this bag of trash is going to be life-changing. Because you're not going to sell it for loser prices. We're going to sell it for $750. Let's go. Let's go. It's good hair, isn't it? This is hat hair. Imagine if I showered again and then didn't put on a hat. So this is what's counterintuitive. This is the opposite of common sense, which is, why are you selling things for exorbitant amounts of money? You're driving towards solving problems for people that have money problems. Have you heard more money, more problems? What you're doing is you're solving money problems for people with money, because solving money problems for people without money, that's very hard, if not impossible. This is the lifeguard. What you understand as a lifeguard is when you're saving somebody, they're actually going to drown you before you save them. Let me repeat that. So a person's drowning. You think that the drowning person's like, yay, somebody's here to save me. It's the opposite, where you're going to try to drown the other person. This is what happens when you're underwater. This is why people like me don't want to meet people that are drowning. This is why networking is insular. This is why networking is it's stratified. And you might think that I'm slumming it, but I'm not, because this is a practice. This is not a perfection, which is, can I unplug one person who is underperforming? This is why I do more turnarounds than a venture capital firm with 9 figures with one stuffed animal. Have you watched the video where I sell one stuffed animal for almost $1,000? And that's your scarcity mindset talking. And I don't want to keep hammering the fact that you don't have a dad, but that's de facto, that's the most common instance right now is you don't have a dad. And I don't mean to keep hammering it, but when you talk, it immediately, you can immediately tell, one, no gratitude. Two, thanks for the super chat. That's 3 lines of genius stuff that you've ever said. Like, I can feel that you're, I can feel what you're saying. I can feel what you're saying, but what is going on is this is your, this is your, what? This is your, this is your fifth video. This is your fifth video. I don't think you've ever said thank you one time. And that's okay, but that's just where your brain is with delayed gratification. So, bag of trash, think of a bag of trash as an external API, not in the I'm just making up random fucking words. It's This is one line of programming, which is, it really is an API. An API is a key. That key gets you a $250 API call. Once you realize that software did eat the world, know that these are not metaphors. This is an API key. That's why this bag of trash, that's why this bag of trash, that's why this bag of trash does what? It signals to the person who's buying $750 worth of food that they are to let you plus 2 people in. That would be a total of 3. Each person to be let in is $250. But the door guy can eyeball you and say, that is a celebrity. That person gets to come in for free. But maybe your Q status isn't as high as it could be because you're not 6'5" and just emote sparkles, riz, and sexual vitality, where you could just get eyeballed and say, that guy, we need that guy, plus whatever retards are with them, we need that guy in our facility. If you don't have that level of presence, if you don't have that moxie, you missed my video yesterday, the Goyam School of Business. I know. It's a good cheekbone, isn't it? You might say, "Oh, but Larry, a ground ball hit you in the face. You're not hot anymore." That's you being a woman trying to reduce the price. That's also in the Goyam School of Business, the Girls School of Business, which is, ladies, when you're negotiating for my penis, you can't start with a negative, you have to start with a positive, which is what this young lady said prior to throwing vagina, which is what's wrong with the cheekbone? Because you're a woman calling yourself Casablanca, Casanova, and that other dude who is a Casanova. Did you know that Rasputin, Casanova, and everybody, they're 5'4" men who cracked the code for vagina? Never get mentored by a 6'5" dude on how to pick up women because we want to execute what Rasputin won't teach you, which is how do you sell a bag of trash? How do you sell a bag of trash? How do you sell a bag of trash? You got baited because it's everything perfect, one thing wrong. Everything perfect, one thing wrong. And you just walked right into that because is it inverted? Wouldn't the baseline be negative? Are you watching the same video that I'm giving? I'll let you expand because I am actually going to read your comment. So know that you don't have to just half write it because you're obviously smart, but you're wired to see something wrong. You're wired to see something wrong. Thank you for telling me that you've never benefited ever from one video because you're looking for something wrong because you're hearing things that are all right. Oh my God, this is your first video. Welcome, welcome. You don't have to subscribe. You can just hope for the YouTube algorithm to give you the best content that's ever been delivered on YouTube. Why? Because of this simplicity, simple, which is software ate the world. And I went ahead and actually listened to Mark Andreessen Horowitz. He said that. You see, I believe that more than he believes it. Why? Because I believe that when you understand how an external API works, you'll see that the jokes that I'm telling is actually 100.0% true because a bag of Whole Foods is better than a dating app. What's a dating app? It's a disconnection. It's not working out super well. It works great for me, but it doesn't work great for other people. Why? Because the penis, it got centralized to the best of the best of the best. So that's a problem, and I'm actually daring to give dating advice as a person who never has to work to date. I know. This is also money because I'm giving money advice even though it's dangerous for me to do so because you just see a person who's got Stanford everywhere who has the Birkenstock sponsor slash friends of the show. Where have you been to a Birkenstock store lately? Because oh my God, you think it's a ancient European shoe brand, but it's got some jaw-dropping things. Maybe check out Birkenstock. In being a friend to the show, I'm not needing new friends, but what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to be a good friend to you. Software ate the world, an API. When you see a bag of food as an API, it unlocks $0 to $2, $3, or $5 million. It's called protocol food for lead generation. So, you may not believe that Elon Musk can sell cars better than Larry Chang. True story, before both of us studied aerospace engineering, mechanical engineering, aerospace engineering, and physics. It's all physics. Aerospace engineering is just physics for retards who are detail-minded. Elon Musk, food for lead gen, he still gives away cookies and muffins at a Tesla store. So a Tesla store is a car dealership. It's just located at the mall. I like that. Birkin dividends. Instead of trying to amplify me and sell me, sell yourself on making $200 using this video or $750. I don't need to be sold. I don't need to be promoted. I don't need you to text message three of your friends. I don't need that. But if you want a study buddy, that's a good idea where you grab another person and say, look, let's study buddy this content. So I welcome that and thank you. Why are you not saying thank you? Why are you not saying thank you? The reason food is an API is you are trading food for access as if food is a token. So the morsels of food, you dole them out. Me, I'm doling out $750 of food that I bought for 60 bucks. So when you sell a bag of food for $750, you need to find a person who's obviously super hungry and super rich and not able to get DoorDash delivered because they don't know their own address. Oh, if you cannot monetize the stream, isn't it a bit of an ask to insist I should be able to profit off of it? Somebody didn't read Alex Ostrander's book, Business Model Generation, because you think monetize the stream involves CPM. CPM is for dumb cunts. What's CPM, Larry? Did you just call CPM advertisers dumb cunts? Yeah. CPM is where YouTube gets to break up your videos with an advertisement for retarded gay stuff. For example, Peter Thiel. For example, Sam Altman. And since I'm bringing them up, I'm going to give you a monetization because you don't want to do CPM ever. What is CPM? It's where you delegate money making to YouTube. Why would you delegate VP of sales work to an algorithm? Why would you delegate money making to an entity that is literally trying to imprison you? This isn't. Do you get the prison analogy? Okay. When the algorithm is trying to lock you in to do one thing, invest more time. Attention is why you don't pay YouTube. Why are you watching not on YouTube Premium? No judgments. I'm not selling you on a YouTube Premium. But what you're doing is you're trading your money. You're trading away money because these are the business models. Alexander Ostrander, business model generation. So you have two business models. You should have not multiple streams of income, but you should be aware that people that only have two business models are fucked, going bankrupt. Why? Because you don't want to delegate to the government how much money do I get? This is called your sugar daddy is causing you to go bankrupt. Because I caught you because you said if you can't monetize the stream, isn't it a bit much to ask that I should be able to profit off of it? This is you having two business models. Business model number one, beg, borrow, steal. That's women who get married to money. That's people who stick a gun in your face and say, give me the $32 that you have in your wallet. Oh, you don't have any money in your wallet? Can I just have your credit card? Beg, borrow, steal, and dollars per hour. The business model that you're doing is a version of beg, borrow, steal, which is renting out your time, which is basically dollars per hour. What you're doing is when you're delegating CPM, this is CPM since we're talking about it. If you think that YouTube is going to try to ever get you to $750 or $800 per 1,000 views, what? What? Because what is the market rate for CPM? What is the market rate for CPM? You said I don't make any money because you don't think it's monetized. What is the CPM? What is the CPM? Tell me what the CPM is. Because I'm not saying you don't know what you're talking about because you're incredibly intelligent. It's just that I caught you calling me poor. I caught you. And by you calling me poor and then not deleting the message, now you can grow because this is how we keep people accountable. This is why my channel will lose 5 subscribers and gain 3. But that's good because it's an accountability machine. So, answer the question CPMs. What is the market rate for YouTube CPMs? That's pretty funny. Uh, you don't have to worry about attention. You have to worry about the attention transitioning, parlaying, transferring into money. Because you could be 80, 18% as smart as Larry Chang and still be you'll be seen as genius, but you know what they say about genius people, a lot of them die poor. Billy Durant, Albert Einstein. CPMs. What is the YouTube CPM? Oh, I'm so awesome. I'm the only one listening. Answer the question. Answer the question. And there you go. And there you go, because you're now trying to wrap your brain around views and CPMs. Because you're thinking 1K views. Answer the question about CPMs. Because this is the name of the video. Do you see why these videos feel different? Because you didn't write down on a piece of paper the name of this video, because once you get this, you're going to understand everything about everything, which is the name of this video is called, a funny title, called Let's Use a Bag of Whole Foods Fake Groceries as Our Dating App. Because what you're doing with that is you're not relying on trying to get to 35,000 views. What you're doing is you just need 4 girls to say, oh my God, where did you get DoorDash food from? Because this is my dating app. It's called a fake bag of DoorDash. I ate the food that was inside. You see, you're trying to go to scale. This is what everybody does. You're trying to get to scale. You're trying to get to scale by doing things, by never doing things that don't scale. Let me repeat that because clip it. You're trying to get to scale by avoiding things that are tasked around things that don't scale. This is you understanding for the first time. I know that you understand this now, which is $0 is the hardest dollar because you're thinking, oh, this guy, he doesn't have YouTube do his monetization for him. Being friends with Chad Hurley, Steve Chen, and rest in peace, Susan Wojciechowski, who used to be the CEO of YouTube, do you not think that I could have monetized? And do you not think that the style of videos or my talent, look at how many videos I've shipped. Why do I stay in and around the sea level? Why? Because what you're not getting is I was not joking about being the third institution of Silicon Valley. Because being in and around zero, it's incredibly unpopular. It's incredibly accountable. Most people will never get off of zero. Most people will die a business virgin. What is a business virgin? It's a person that thinks that there are only two business models, which is beg, borrow, steal as one business model, and dollars per hour. Where what we're doing here in every video is we're hunting for problems. And that's where you're again stuck, where you're saying views are directly proportional to CPM rates. Because you're thinking that a CPM of $3, $4, $5, which you refuse to say. You refuse to say it. I'll just say it for you because I've asked 7 times. My assumption was that you didn't get 1K views. So, assumption, assumption, assumption. What if you changed your frame to be what if you could make $800 per 1,000 views? Is that possible? Is that possible? Do you not see that that could be a business model where you keep the channel incredibly minute, where you know every subscriber, and you literally fire subscribers that won't get past $0? Does that make sense to you? Because that business model is my business model. Look at, well, maybe you haven't seen me because this is your first video. Look at the effort that I put in. Look at the quality of content. Compare it from a style perspective or a structure perspective. Why is it so raw? Why is it engineered? I'm going to use that word. Why is it engineered to be like this? It's because nobody else is trying to get people off of $0. The finely curated, pretty content that's fast cut into existence, that content is not meant to get you to sell your first thing or no longer have you be a business virgin. Because once you're no longer a business virgin, literally what's next is making 2 mil. And that is incredibly emotional for some people because you look like you're super smart. Yeah, you just want to sell one. Because using your language, I know that you've never sold anything ever. And once you sell one, your CPM from this video is going to be $7,000. And I'm not even joking about that. This is why. Because of your username, I can tell that you're either Russian or understanding that Rasputin was your guy. You see, Rasputin, he was really good at selling dick, and he was a Ponzi schemer. He might be jugading people. He might be Ashkenazi. It doesn't matter. But what you're going to connect to now is you're going to be giving me $7,000 willingly. And that might scare you. That's this. It's okay that you don't, it's okay to screw me because you could be Indian, Pakistani, or Jewish. You could screw me. This is yesterday. This is yesterday, which is the Goyim School of Business, which is when you just sell one, let's say a $750 bag of trash is outside of the realm of possibility for you. explain to me, tell me, is $750 for a bag of DoorDash, is that too much for you? You like the hair this morning? Do you like the hair this morning? I did my hair for you. Get it? I put on a hat. I'm sweating profusely under my hat because I'm still burning off cardio. I know. How early this morning? How early this morning? I know. Clock in and talk in. Is $750 Rasputin? Question, question, question. Do you want to do the 750 or do you want to not do the 750 for the bag of food? Once you sell one, you won't be using Rasputin. This is ancient tech tools. This is, can you use eBay? I'd like an ROI for 750. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Your brain's starting to fold in. You're mixing up. The reason I said uh-oh is you're the reason you're I'm saying uh-oh is you're getting the money in with the money out mixed up. You're getting the money out with the money in mixed up because you said I'd like ROI for 750. You see, when you delegate CPMs, you delegate making money to YouTube, you have no idea of ROI for attention because your attention is priced at $0 and you got the money in mixed up with the money out because you thought you literally got the money in mixed up with the money out. Don't be intimidated that I'm keeping you accountable because remember, you're trying to make $750. This is why my channel is never going to go viral because you are being honest. One, two, you're actually super smart. Three, I'm talking about the most emotional thing that ever could be talked about, which is helping you make money and then you keep the money. This is blondes. This is upper middle class people. They'll hear this and they'll immediately click with it. Then we're text message friends, and then we're playing a game within a game. You got the money in mixed up with the money out. What the fudge? What the fuck? You got the money out mixed with the money in. Now you're thinking about spending money. You're so mixed up right now. Do you not see that you're mixed up right now? We're not talking about, oh my God. We're not talking about money out. We're talking about making money. Thank you for the best video that I've ever made. Thank you. Because you're trying to make $750. You get to keep all of it. What the fuck? What the actual F? When you say this as a smart person, oh my God, you actually went to a good engineering school. Okay, so what this is I'm retarded, and this is where I'm really retarded. Because I'm going to say something that you're going to also be confused about, but this is the simplest that I can make it. What they don't teach you at Harvard Business School, they used to teach you at Harvard fucking Business School. The reason it's no longer taught there is they try to make it better for black people. The Goyam School of Business, I'm the mayor. Set that little brain snafu aside, because I caught you. I caught you mixing the money in with the money out. Larry, I'd like some ROI, please. What? You're making the money by giving the $750 bag of food to somebody, and they're going to say, how much did this bag of food cost you? And you're going to say, 65 bucks. You're paying for $65 a $250 cover charge. So you're making $750 because you don't want to pay $250 cover charge. You don't have to apologize. You don't have to apologize. Oh, no, no, no. Everybody does this. And when I say everybody, this is what happens because this is how I literally became the third institution of Silicon Valley. Money in has no relationship to money out. And I sound like an absolute retard. But guess what? I'm super tall and I'm super hot. I can say retarded shit, which is the reason I ran and run and will always run Silicon Valley is because math, arithmetic math, not Merkle tree math, not differential equations. Math called arithmetic. Money in, money out isn't even arithmetic. It's, do you know if you're sucking or if you're fucking? Because some people don't. Some people don't. Because I date as a Christian. When I get a blowy, that's legal. I needed a look because my wingspan's like 6'8". Have you been to Birkenstock lately? Have you been to Birkenstock lately? Birkenstock wants me to visit. Birkenstock wants me to visit. When you ask the question, which is, I would like ROI. When you ask the question, I don't know the difference between money in and money out, this is what happens at zero. Because this is why entrepreneurship literature, Harvard Business School case studies, all of it is at the 30, 50, $80 million level going to $2 billion. 100% of entrepreneurship content is nowhere near $0, which is how do you make money with no money? So maybe you are tired of the DJ a bag of Whole Foods trash and use it as a dating app. Maybe your brain can't fathom, oh my God, Larry does sell a bag of DoorDash trash for $750. Let's do something that is inarguably true, which is using the ancient technology tool of eBay. You sell it first, and then you buy it. Is this a pop-up internship, Larry? Yeah, it's called Braun Power Cord 7030458. 7030458. Hashtag PU internship 1BPC. Hashtag PU internship. P as in pop, U as in up. PU internship 1BPC as in Braun Power Cord. Turbo hike. Turbo hike. If you can't sell one and then make it, or you can't sell one and then buy it, you're getting the money out mixed up with the money in. Because first the money comes in, then the money goes out. Violate that at your own peril. Is that Larry Chang saying it? Yes. And Y Combinator was reminded. Who's Y Combinator? That would be a lesser institution of Silicon Valley, which is Y Combinator. It's like instead of VC, it's YC. The other institution is Stanford. It's dropping like a rock. Why? Granted, it's still number one, but the lead that we used to have was 25.5 miles in a 26.2 mile marathon. That's how big the lead used to be. Now the lead has dropped all the way to 19 miles. That's the difference between Stanford University and whatever institution is claiming to be in the top five. The reason you say top five and you don't say number two is because you're a double digit number of miles behind Stanford University. How much of a lead do I have in front of Stanford University? That would be 1/4 mile ahead and also 26.19 miles ahead. Why? Because Stanford refuses to teach CS 183D. What is CS 183? What is D? You're using these complicated class numbers that are all taught at the 7th grade level, Larry. How did you memorize all these class numbers? I memorized the class numbers because I like to make fun of VCs. VCs that teach class, it's like going to a VC meeting and the VC doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. Did I just catch a VC mix up money in with money out? All the time, all the time. And then when I say, oh my God, do you not know the difference between money in, money out? 80%, the majority of the room is like, oh my God, you sound like your social media. Because people get so emotional about money that nobody talks about the emotions in leaving $0. People, there's an inflection point. When you add 8 zeros, you're a new person. Am I the only person studying this? Not the only person, but this is why certain athletes, Brandon Ayuk included, will light their own mansion on fire that they didn't even decorate. I know. I know. That's how you light 9 figures on fire. I could have told you. And a lot of times it's because I'm asking questions such as, emotionally, how do you feel about surpassing your father? I never knew my father. If my father would have gotten this 9-figure deal, he would have stayed. Stop crying like a little bitch and just say, I forgive you, Dad. You liked strange pussy more than you liked me. Just say that. Just say that. Me? My dad loved me more than he loved fucking 15 more women. Okay? But that's just my dad. That's why I will never cheat on you. I will never cheat on you. I will never cheat on you. Why? Because I have been sexually popular for a little. I make Rasputin, okay, look like a virgin. Yeah. This is what did Rasputin in, is that he didn't know when to sheathe his sword. He didn't know when. Why? Because he didn't connect penis out with pussy in. That's for the YouTube algorithm because today is actually day 55 of the 55 days of Gemini 3 at SF Super Bowl. See? See? How many days have I mentioned Gemini 3? Who is better at selling OpenAI? Well, before the bankruptcy impending. Who? Because the 12 days of OpenAI, that was launched on a platform. I'll let you figure out monetization for that. You can do your own research because that was financial advice. This is also financial advice, which is today is day 85. Today's day 85. And because you don't write these things down, you're hurting my monetization. Why? Because if you write it down and you make $60,000, you could be optionally, remember optional, obviously you know it's optional because it's default screw people. I run the Goyam School of Business. We get screwed all the time, but I happily go from video to video within the Goyam School of Business. Is this GSB, Larry? It's University of Chicago Larry Chang. It's Stanford GSB, which is the Goyam School of Business. What's the Goyam School of Business? It's, oops, somebody screwed us. Let's take the fact that Richard Reeser tried to screw me and then made me richer. Ditto Ed Pools, ditto Ed Pools. They're just one guy now, Ed Pools. Michael Pools, Ed Solomon. I'm not going to say that Russian Jews tend to screw me a lot. What I will say is that when I do get screwed by Jewish people, Indian people, or Pakistani people, I benefit. Is that Alexander Ostrander business model generation? It is in the sequel text. Larry, how does somebody stealing money from you cause you to make more money? Because remember, I'm not stealing money from a person when I sell you a bag of trash. I'm not stealing money from you. You think I'm fucking you. You think that this is a fucking joke and it's hilarious on 10 levels. This is why it's hilarious on 13 levels. Let's go. When you get screwed, you're told this intrinsically, which is, you are more talented than I am. I need to steal from you. Number two, when you get stolen from, you're dealing with a person who has low time preference because they're stealing from you. Instead of conjoining, they're wanting to steal from you because you're more talented. Number three, being stolen from is a gift because you can always make more money. How healthy are you right now? Because if mentally you're going to try to go for revenge, dig two graves. It's hilarious. Number four, I'm bringing in some Bruce Lee. I almost said Bruce Wang. I'm bringing in some genius Chinese shit. I'm Caucasian, but they don't call it cultural appropriation because if you're trying to get revenge prematurely, that would be dig two graves if you're trying to get revenge prematurely. If you never want revenge because you are in the Goyam School of Business, you then say, oh my God, this video is worth $13 million. I'm going to give that guy a $200,000 Rolex. I realize that the platinum Rolex is only $100,000 or $80,000, but they're sold out. They're sold out. So you're going to have to pay $200K. Did you make $50 million? Where's my Rolex? Where's my Rolex, damn it? Where's my Rolex? I say if we reduce that by a factor of 10, I'd be willing to spend it on a bag of garbage. What? See, you can't get the money in. You're mixed up. This is why you're at zero, is that you can't get over what the difference is between money out and money in. Like you're stuck. So you can make fun of the guy, is it Kawasaki? What's the Rich Dad Poor Dad guy? He's got those four quadrants. It's called ASBI, where you're trying to move from small business to big business. Rich Kawasaki, he loves silver, he loves Bitcoin. He's got okay content. He lives in Scottsdale. We're actually neighbors. We're actually neighbors. If once you say pyramid, once you say, hey Larry, is this a pyramid? You're thinking you're showing me that you know two business models, which is beg, borrow, steal, because that's a pyramid scheme. And then Ponzi, that's also beg, borrow, steal, because this is the opposite taco of a pyramid scheme. This is you should be on top and then figure out if you want to fuck me out of my Rolex because we're not under contract. You're probably not going to be thankful because you're not at the top of the pyramid. You said pyramid, Caucasian men. That's why we're at the top of the pyramid. Enter Mr. Robot because we're thankful of when people even try to fuck us for money. That's why it's funny on level number 6 is you thought it was a pyramid, and it's funny because this is a pyramid. It just has 0 levels. Plus, maybe you're black, maybe, because black people are going to claim, hey, Africa invented the pyramids. Yeah, that's just not. Larry, can you just burn one figure at a time and always say under the 9? I call this the 9 edging and brought me great. Thank you for throwing that homosexual Hail Mary. Thank you for throwing that homosexual Hail Mary super chat. Come back better. Come back better. There are 2 more hilarious components. There are 2 more hilarious components. Oh, I need to read Rich Dad Poor Dad? Oh, I need to? Somebody didn't see my Kawasaki notes because the hole in his thing is Lecture 11, Stram GT 353. The Rich Dad Poor Dad guy, my Scottsdale neighbor, he doesn't connect to debt, and this is the hole. It's not a black hole. It's this. It's for another video, but this is what it is. What he's talking about works great if you're standing next to the money printer. That works great if you're able to get ginormous lines of credit. It's Lecture 11, Stram GT 353, which is collateral, default, and rope to choke. Because at some point in time, you're going to have to pay off the debt. Think if the Rich Dad Poor Dad guy, think if he had a dad that studied computer science. Once you understand that if his rich dad would have studied computer science, his Hawaii buying up blocks of real estate in Hawaii to do a development, you don't actually need to buy the Hawaiian real estate. Because you can just run it as an external API. Oh my God, Nobu Hotel. Nobu Hotel doing food for lead gen. What's Nobu Hotel? It's a real estate arbitrage. Because Rich Dad Poor Dad assumed that you needed to buy the real estate in order to sell it. Look at the business model. Who is getting their PhD in business model in a video where my PhD thesis for a PhD in business model is, can you sell a DoorDash piece of trash for $750? In a video that's got the thesis called, is your Whole Foods fake bag of groceries as a dating app? I get it. Do you get it? Chapter 14, that's speed reading, that's limitless. So it's true, the rumors are true, I read 3 books a day. Speed reading is how to do it. And you can actually make another $800 by going to a coffee shop, bringing 2 copies of 1 book. And then when people say, oh, you know how to read? I do audiobooks. As she throws vagina. As she throws vagina. Look at you all hot and shit. You know how to read? parentheses, you must be rich. Pushing boobs up towards middle. You must be rich. Women don't even ask what your job is anymore. They just look at you and say, rich or not rich, because the signs are incredibly apparent. When women throw vagina, they're going to expect me to buy food. This is where this video becomes amazing. I'm making $70,000 with this one video. Larry, how are you going to make $70,000? One, because I taught you that you don't know the fucking difference between money out and money in. And then you called it a simple ledger misentry. When people actually mix that up in accounting, the delta is 9. So when 9 is the incorrect thing, that's because you took a money in and you flipped it to be a money out. I know this is also a PhD in accounting. Don't be intimidated, because when you mix up the money in with the money out, the delta is 9. That's just accounting. I know. So when there's a mistake of your 9 off, you got the money out mixed with the money in. Don't be angry that I got 2 PhDs in a joke video called Grocery Store Bag of Food as my dating app. Oh, goodness. The most attractive hobby in men for women is being attractive, says Bunny Goddess. Aww. Thank you. Thank you. Who has better business acumen? That would be the person who's standing closest to Larry Chang's content. This is so easy. We're not trying to look at the questions. Look at the questions. You're trying to get the third institution of Silicon Valley to judge solo men. Look at how many people are trying to get me. Oh, you discovered the third institution of Silicon Valley. Oh, the tuition's free. And then now you're trying to diversify it. You're like a woman who just slept with Larry Chang and then said, oh my God, maybe I can make him jealous by banging 2 more dudes who are retarded. Oh, did you just do that? We're not monogamous. We're not monogamous. We're not exclusive. But guess what? I caught you. I caught you. I caught you trying to fill your pie hole with some other man. I caught you. I caught you. What's wrong with my content that you can't say, oh my God, this is amazing shit? Instead, you did what you beta males do, which is you watered it down. I can tell when people are not on a trajectory up, because I'll ask them, hey, after that Larry Chang video that you watched inside the channel, what they don't teach you in school, what did you do? Did you just go out and take action? No, Larry. I went ahead and I let another man jizz inside of me, which is the worst way, because that's not brain fog, that's brain pollution. It isn't that I'm so confident that I'm saying I'm the way and the only way. I'm saying it's time to drop a quick prayer. Father Lord, thank you for this time. It's been a activation of money knowledge. Hey, a lot of people don't know that the Bible talks more about money than any other topic. Father, please bless these people that don't have a dad. And I don't mean to laugh at people without a dad, but sometimes when people talk, it just is screaming, I only have a single mom to raise me. And I'm not even thankful for that mom. Father Lord, maybe understanding that sugar daddy isn't a solution and that reverse sugar daddy is, because this is the Goyim school of business where we forgive people that try to fuck us for money and we're not even upset. We say, I'm going to go make more. It feels like you're retarded and you needed to steal money from me. Father Lord, help Jewish people who are kind of not really good at PR, because I could do their PR for them. I could do their PR for them. But they have to just say this prayer, which is, Jesus, sorry, sorry, sorry for everything. We're back on we're back on Team Jesus. Oh my God. Is this people mixing up which direction's up or down? Oh my God. This prayers are amazing. Father Lord, thank you for the heapings of brain servings that I got, because I'm obviously so brain filled. Father Lord, also thank you for all the athletic ability that I was given. If I'm being honest with you, I haven't been practicing football, basketball, baseball as much as I should. Father Lord, thank you for the talent where my lack of practice will not ever expose myself, because that's how much talent you gave me. Father Lord, help me be a Olympic swimmer while swimming very little time. Caroline Rodriguez, billionaire. Lisa Falzone, billionaire, are my Stanford swimmer coaches. Not that I really get coached up, because look at how big my hands are. Father Lord, when I'm Olympic swimming, I think I'm going to swim without a swim cap on, but I kind of want longer hair. So maybe the drag coefficient on my hair will require me to swim even faster. Father Lord, I'm enjoying the blessings. Thank you for all that money that I get to steward. Father Lord, if people have never prayed before, have this first prayer be a memorable one where all they need to say is Amen at the end. Father Lord, if you could find Augie Garrido up there in heaven and say, oh my God, how many F bombs is this mother scratcher going to drop in a 4-minute prayer? How many? And then Augie will be like, I can't believe you dropped that many fuck bombs in one fucking prayer. That was fucking amazing. I know, right? I know. I know. This prayer was hilarious. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen, baby. Amen. Not really. I mean, you're called Rasputin and you're asking about your mom. I mean, isn't it readily apparent? Isn't it readily apparent? I mean, you're trying to find your mom in the 17 new vagina that you take down. I mean, is that not apparent that you're trying to re-enter the vagina? I bet you love eating vagina too. I can't wait to eat vagina. I want to wait till year number 10 to eat vagina of marriage. But Rasputin, is there a behavior pattern equivalent for children without a mom? It's basically mom replacement, which is different from dad replacement. It's probably an extreme amount of prostitutorial conduct where you're a man whore. But guess what? When you're a man whore, it's different from when you're a woman whore. I know. There's a double standard. I do make the rules. They're called Using ancient technology tools, let's preview the bag of groceries as an ancient technology tool. What you're doing with a bag of fake groceries as your dating app is you are using an ancient technology tool. The old way was you're going to goyim people because you see other people as goyim. This is not that. We're in the goyim school of business. We're taking a bag of trash and we're turning it into treasure. How? By selling a bag of DoorDash trash as a VIP placeholder. If you let us in, this bag of trash turns into a real bag of food. That's VIP placeholder. This is a token. This is an API call. It is not even confusing to me, but what happens is people see so much money from this mindset that people get paralyzed. And then they say, if I can get four more people to agree with Larry Chang's genius, then I'll make $800. And then other people water it down. Why don't you just go to the source code, which is Mark McCormack, what they don't teach you at Harvard Business School? Because what they don't teach you at Harvard Business School, they used to teach you at Harvard Business School because I shamed them into it. Do you get my business model yet? Is because I'm able to affect colleges at the highest levels by telling you what I'm doing and being transparent with the Goyam School of Business, which is you're constantly deleting messages because you're trying to delete trauma. You're just deleting. You're just you're just you're trying to do too much while obviously doing nothing because you could just do something. You saw other people mix up the money in with the money out. This is ancient tech tools because I'm literally telling you with a straight face to sell one thing on eBay. I don't benefit from it. I don't benefit from it, but it's Braun Power Cord 7030458. I don't benefit from it, but your brain wires differently because this will be the first video that you've watched that cause you to say, I get why people make so much money watching a Larry Chang video. Maybe you don't think that, but here's something that will impress you. I'm batting 1,000 when it comes to blonde billionaires. 1,000. You're thinking I'm batting 1,000 sexually? I'm talking about I know 1,000%, 100%. I'm batting 1,000 when it comes to blonde billionaires. If you are a blonde billionaire in America that made $1 billion, not via beg, borrow, steal, aka marriage, I know you. And yeah, I know Lurian Jobs, but that's not like a friendship. We're talking about a Lisa Falzone. We're talking about a Jessica Scorpio. We're talking about an Anna Annason. We're talking about Caroline Rodriguez, Lisa Falzone, and probably a bunch of other blondes that swim at Stanford. I didn't even know that you became a billionaire, like Rebecca or Anna Khan, not Anna Ferris or Anna Annason. Whitney Wolf, Sarah Blakely. Why is it that this happens? It's because as a blonde woman, what we have between our ears is abundance. I came across a video where this blonde was talking some blonde shit. I understood all of it. I understood all of it. But her channel wasn't huge, and it's because people just can't believe it because she's hot. She's got big boobs. Shelby Sapp. Hot, big boobs, abundance mindset. This is you making $70 because if you just make $1 from one video, that's an infinite number of dollars. You can no longer you can actually leave being underwater. This is the third institution of Silicon Valley running Duck 9, deeply understanding credit knowledge, deeply understanding capital knowledge, deeply understanding venture capital knowledge, deeply understanding Chinese knowledge, cultural appropriation does not apply because we're Chinese and we welcome people stealing from our culture. That's why the only culture that you cannot culturally appropriate is the Chinese culture. And then doing turnarounds because that's duck 9. That's duck 9. This every video on Larry Chang YouTube checks 3 to 6 of the 5 boxes. I know. Checking boxes that you don't even know exist. Oh, Larry, is that 5D chess? Yeah. People get the number of dimensions wrong all the time. People get that wrong all the time. You watch somebody get money out with money in wrong, and you call that person a retard. I call that person on the verge of making $2 million because they're vulnerable enough to understand that making money, it's emotional. It's literally all emotions. This is why my torus field is a meditation because my pelvic floor, that's your ceiling. My pelvic floor is torus, a torus field, Torus, where I'm taking my thoracic bone and I'm pulling up spinal column fluid up towards my brain. Why are we doing that? Because it's connecting my body to my brain. eBay, 7030458. If you can't make $1, you will always be stuck. Some people watch my videos, go to business school, and then they come out exactly where they were. I don't make this shit up. This is me asking the simple question. Why won't you study what they don't teach you at Harvard Business School, what they used to teach you at Harvard Business School? Why? Why? It's straightforward because this is the unpopular emotional truth. You want to stay underwater. You want to go into credit card debt. You want to go into school debt. This is you avoiding debt, which is what if you got ROI for business school before business school? What if you got ROI for the nightclub that's charging $250 by bringing in a bag of trash that is a VIP placeholder until somebody hotter than Larry Chang comes into my nightclub? We're just going to have Larry Chang be the hottest person in our nightclub. Mr. Chang, do you have guests? Yeah, I got these two retards that are probably going to never tip, and they're my retarded plus ones. Never trust the plus one. They're trying to stand next to greatness going, oh, I'm his friend. I'm his friend. I'm his plus one. But you don't say that because you don't say thank you. You're saying, oh, however well you're treating Larry Chang, treat me the same. He's my bro. Like, that's why the American economy sucks right now, because it's replacing how close do you stand next to the money printer? Like, people that are not just born on third base thinking they hit a triple, they're standing next to the money printer demanding that the money printer keep printing. That's the Kenelon effect for money. This is the meditation. This is the motivation. This is the protocol, which is you're going to financially benefit at least $5. Text me, comment how you made $5 or $750 via this one video. And maybe I'm not responding to your text messages. That number's real. It's because you refuse to take step one. What's step one, Larry? and that would be to profit off of this video. Tell me what you tried. Tell me who you used to be. Tell me where you're going. Do you see why this video is probably going to make me $2.5, $3 million? Because someone's going to watch this. Maybe it's you, but somebody's going to watch this and say, oh my God, I get it now. I need to stop being such a loser cunt. Right? And as soon as you say that, and you're like, oh my God, Larry Chang, he's really good looking, he's really smart, and this video is amazing. Step one, I'm going to forgive my dad. Step two, I'm going to stop sleeping with 19 women a week, and I'm going to curtail it back to 4 women a week, and I'm going to spend some of that sexual energy not chasing my mommy issues. I'm going to now chase excellence.